It's Bradford, and in Liverpool, that's just been re-released, hasn't it?
It has been,
kind of
yeah.
reissue going
It's
on.
so lovely to hear it again because, again, that was on my label, and I put a lot of love and attention into that record, and there were such lovely guys to work with as well. So again, they approached me recently and said, "Look, we've got this chance. This little label in Holland, I think it is, wanted to put out a kind of collection of their works." And I said, "Yeah, I think I've got the original DATs because that's what we used to mix to back in those days."
Yeah.
Gave it to them, and it's lovely to see it being reissued and given a little bit of love again.
And do you meet people such as that group who've gone off and, I don't know, what have they done?
Well, I mean, sadly,
Gone into the real world?
once the label closed, everything kind of basically folded for them. Really, I think the band pretty much broke up. But Ian's a lovely guy. He kind of stayed in touch occasionally by letter over the years, and as did Ewan, the guitar player. And I'm just so pleased for them to kind of this late stage in their lives, for them to kind of have their work appreciated again.
Yeah, it's better to have done it than not at all.
Yeah, exactly.
At some point, I think the 3 minutes. I've always thought that a good 3 minutes of anything at some point.
And I've got to say
better
that
than never having done it.
The quality of the writing is incredible. I mean, you can really, if you see Ian's lyrics, kind of printed out on a record sheet. Or in a bag of a record, it's incredible. It just really strikes you as being incredibly high standard.
So the last couple of tracks in particular, but it's a general thing, you owned that clean arpeggiated guitar sound absolutely during that period.
Yeah, I kind of guess. Obviously, it was kind of following on from where Johnny had done things. I mean, Johnny obviously was kind of keen to kind of have, do more things with his sonic palette, but. I guess Andy Strickland, he's guitar playing in the Loft, and then thereafter in the Caretaker race, and Ewan was in Bradford was very inspired by Johnny, so it kind of made kind of sense. I mean, I wasn't going to turn into a kind of hardcore garage kind of producer overnight. I've always been a bit of a sucker for melody, really.
Yeah, but I mean, if that group had come to you, it'd be a different story. I mean, you saying that it was people who had that sound were attracted to working with you. Or it's something you just thought, well, that's what I do.
No, I wouldn't impose I wouldn't say to them, you must play this.
Yeah, exactly.
It would be normally that it came from them. They obviously, I mean, people like Bradford. I wouldn't know about Andy because Andy was more of a kind of Andy Strickland rather in the Caretaker race. I think he was more a contemporary of the Smiths, because obviously he'd been in the Loft and so on. But I think definitely like bands like Bradford, they would have been fans of, so they would have kind of grown up playing along with those records, and so in a way it makes kind of sense that their playing is similar, I guess.
So the King is asking for a female voice.
Yes.
And the most obvious female voice, sadly, here is the Cranberries.